Hello guys, so today we're going to make these beautiful black and white fringe earrings. So all you need is a beading needle, a nylon thread, and seed beads in black, white and red. Size 11 seed beads. So you start by picking 6 black seed beads. You pull them through towards the end of the thread, but you make sure that you leave about 5-inch tail. Then you pass the needle through the first 3 beads. Then you pass the needle back through the last 3 beads. So we're going in a circular motion. You pass the needle through the first 3 beads again. And finally back through the last 3 beads. Pick 3 white beads. Pass the needle through the 3 last beads. And back through the 3 beads that you just picked. Pick 3 beads again. Pass the needle through the 3 beads that you picked, the last 3 beads, and back through the 3 beads that you've just picked. So pick 3 beads. Pass the needle through the 3 last beads, last 3 beads, and back through the 3 beads that you just picked. So you do that until you get to the end of the row. We call this a ladder stitch. So the first row is always a ladder stitch. So you pick 3 beads, you pass the needle through the last 3 beads, and back through the 3 beads that you just picked. So when you're done with the first row, you turn your work to begin the next row. So you pick two beads, black and white and black, and you pass the needle through the second loop of stitch. You skip the first loop, then pass the needle through the last bead, then back through the first bead, and lastly through the last bead. So you pick one seed bead, white seed bead, you pass the needle through the next loop of stitch, then back through the bead that you just picked. Pick another bead, pass the needle through the next loop of stitch, then back through the bead that you just picked. Pick another bead, pass the needle through the next loop of stitch, then back through the bead that we just picked. Pick another bead. When you pass the needle through the loop of stitch, then you back through the bead that you just picked. So you pick another bead. So we're basically doing the same thing. This is what we call a brick stitch. So we're passing the needle through the loop of stitch. So you pick one bead, then you pass the needle through the next loop of stitch, then back through the bead that you just picked. So do that until you get to the end of the row. So once you get to the end of the row, you turn your work, then you pick two beads. You pass the needle through the second loop of stitch, then back through the last bead and through the first bead, and finally back through the last bead. So you're repeating what you did in the second row. So you repeat what you did in the second row. So pick one bead, pass the needle through the next loop of stitch, then back through the bead that you just picked. Pick a bead, pass the needle through the next loop of stitch, then back through the bead that you just picked. Pick one bead, pass the needle through the next loop of stitch, then back through the bead that you just picked. Pick one bead. So you do that until you get to the very end of the row. You do that in every row. Yes, until you get to the top of the pyramid or triangle, whatever you may call it. So pick one bead, pass the needle through the next loop of stitch, and back through the bead. So pick one bead, pass the needle through the next loop of stitch, then back through the bead that you just picked. Pick one bead, pass the needle through the next loop of stitch and back through the bead that you just picked. So pick one bead, pass the needle through the next loop of stitch, then back through the bead that you just picked. So do that until you get to the top of the triangle.